Now, Nick is here with all the papers, and what have you got for us on the front pages?
Hi to you, Karen, and hi to everybody. I'm going to start out with that crucial election in Mali, which we've been covering in full here on France 24. And I can go to the paper in the neighbouring country, Burkina Faso. That paper is called L'Observateur Palga. Now, it covers news around the region and extensively on Mali, and it is saying that this election, which we have seen has been relatively calm, the voting on Sunday, Mali is coming out of the tunnel of its turmoil of 16 months. There, the headline, Mali comes out the winner. Now, it says it should thank the international community for helping Mali to what it says is a constitutional return to normality. It says the challenges for the victor now are huge, similar no less to the 12 tasks of Hercules. One key approach for l'Observateur Palga would be to decentralize power to the regions. That's one way of dealing with the complexity in Mali.
And a French paper is identifying not 12, but 3 challenges for the new president.
Well, this is Le Figaro, and it's condensed down those 12 challenges in L'Observateur Palga down to 3, as you say. And it's saying that what we've got here is probably Ibrahim Boubacar Keita. He got 40% in the first round. His rival Somalia Cisse just under 20%. So IBK, as he's called, could be on target to come out the victor. Now, whoever does win, Le Figaro is saying that there are 3 priorities now. The immediate priority is to engage in talks with the armed Tuareg groups in Kidal in the north of the country. And basically, the goal there should be to disarm them and then also to get them into the armed forces, the National Army itself. Secondly, there should be a massive reform of the armed forces. And thirdly, in parallel with that second point, there should be an entrenchment of democratic values. There should be a whole idea. The new president should come in really promoting the idea of democracy, that yes, he is in power, but also has critics. He has a debate. He has an opposition. And that's Le Figaro's take on the 3 main challenges for Mali.
Okay, from Mali to Egypt, where political deadlock and standoff continues.
Well, Ahram Online is the online version of the Egypt Independent, and it is looking at several scenarios for the country. None of them are particularly encouraging. The thing that stands out for me reading that piece is that there are so many of them. But it says that one of the rumours it has in negotiations is that the Brotherhood would drop its demand for Morsi's reinstatement, and in return the military would release the vast majority of Brotherhood leaders, unfreeze group assets, and recognise the Freedom and Justice Party, which is the party of the Muslim Brotherhood. So, of course, that piece there really waiting on tenterhooks. What it says really now is this week Egypt's political future in the balance at this point. Let me go to another story that really caught my eye. It's actually in the New York Times about Karl Marx's lessons for the Muslim Brotherhood. And you can see that in that piece there, the headline is very much specifically about Karl Marx and the Muslim Brothers, but the message really is to the liberals in Egypt, so the people supporting the crackdown, and also lessons for the military. And it says that basically in the mid-19th century, you had the socialists who were struggling to get into power, the liberals who were afraid of them and scared, and so conservative forces were able to entrench and play them off against each other and do the socialists down. It says this parallel in history between mid-European French history especially and what's happening now in Egypt is really, to put it down into a nutshell, the Islamists in Egypt now should be saying, Islamists of the world unite, you have nothing to lose but your chains. So that's swapping the word workers for Islamists there. But the message there is very much that Egypt now should actually look to European history and not make the same mistakes and not get into a polarization of socialists or Islamists or whoever, but actually allow the moderate Islam to have a voice and be part of the democratic process. So a fascinating article.
Absolutely. And moving on to a story that caught your eye and I think would catch mine as well, about Tony Blair.
Well, this is a summer piece in The Independent, which is reporting on that maverick, outspoken politician, George Galloway, the Scottish guy who has causes a go-go. And one of them is against Tony Blair. He's raising money for a film which would demand from each person £5 each. They would then join in making this film, which would be The Killing of Tony Blair. And the joke here is that there are three killings for George Galloway as far as Tony Blair is concerned. Number one, he made a killing after he left power financially. Secondly, he was involved in all those killings in Iraq because he instigated the Iraq War. And then first...
the Labour Party.
Exactly.
Okay.
Thank you, Karen.
Thank you very much. Nicholas Rushworth there. Thank you for the paper review. Well, that's it for now. I'll be back with more news headlines in a few minutes' time. Do stay with us if you can. Bye for now.